Welcome to Geek Blast.
Geek Blast, you better make way. Open up your ears or let the word spray. Hey, hey, did you hear the noise? Something just exploded as a mushroom, have you noticed? Geek Blast, clear out the path. Gizmo's throwing caca and Chewbacca is a rat. Hey, what, better call your dad. Something has been growing underneath the doormat. Geek Blast.
Welcome back, geeks, nerds, and dweebs alike. I'm Mike.
I'm Toombs.
And I'm James.
And you're listening to Geek Blast, only on the best radio station known to man.
Corrosive Radio.
Best of the best.
Yeah. So, how you guys doing this evening?
All right, sir, all right. It's a bit chilly outside. I'm happy to be in this warm little pocket of,
Of a nest?
Yeah, my house isn't so warm, dude. So
No?
I'm happy to be here, yes.
I like to keep it a bombing 75 when it's this cold.
Yeah, I can see you're pretty suited up, too. I'm in my T-shirt, you know.
I got
I'm
my Hugh Hefner robe on.
Yeah, I guess you're still rather cold, but...
Yeah, I'm cold. But James, is it cold by you in the UK?
Let's put it this way. I have to wear earmuffs, a scarf, gloves, and a thick coat. When I
On
go to
air
school.
right now?
Actually, last week, I was wearing a full-on coat because it was freezing.
And roughly give me what's the temperature outside right now?
My phone's too far away to look, but
Come on, just an estimate.
even if I told you, you wouldn't understand because we use degrees Celsius, not centigrade.
Centigrade?
Oh,
Yeah. The metric system. Doom's the metric system.
yeah, I know all about that, sir.
All right.
Use
Well,
it.
it's cold here, and I'm sure it's cold there. Anyway, let's see. Let's give you a little rundown of the evening, what we got planned for you guys. Of course, we're going to give some shout-outs to all our people on Facebook, this, that, and the other. James will give us some comic talk.
Yes.
There's lots of Spider-Man news, which is really fun to talk about. And then we're going to talk about what's on Facebook, our new segment that we're doing, where we go on Facebook and just kind of tell you guys what we've put up there for the week. Movie quote is going to be at 8:30. Give us a call at 201-580-3712, or you can call us on Skype for you international chaps. You look for the yellow smiley face, Corrosive Radio, and you get a chance.
Yellow smile of doom.
You get a chance to win a T-shirt from Jedi Knight Academy. For your UK followers, we'll have to see if we can really send something out to you. But so 8:30, call in. The movie quote theme has been for the month comic book movies, which last week nobody called in and got the movie, but James, you got the movie correct.
Yes.
It was Captain America, 1990.
Do I get the thing now?
No, you don't get nothing. You get nothing.
I was hoping tonight might be like some kind of Friday the 13th extravaganza movie quote, you know, with all the Friday the 13th movies, but that's not happening because I didn't say a damn thing about it.
Yeah, well, you know,
It is Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th, yes, but you know,
so something is bound to explode. Yes.
But you know, I kind of just decided against doing with Friday the 13th
I know.
kind of movie.
That's why I
quote.
didn't say anything. But
Because really, when they would do the quote, they would say, "Oh, well, it's Friday the 13th."
yeah, but there's like 11 movies,
Yeah.
so it could be a very
There
difficult
could be
thing,
11,
you know?
11 different ones. But yeah, so I just stuck with the theme for the month of comic book movies. But I did make it a hard one.
Did you?
You have to give me the year.
What is it?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
I wanted to see if you fell for it.
So yeah, that'll be at 8:30.
8:30, people.
And you can call us at 201-580-3712. The next thing, I'm going to go over some Star Wars news that's been going on.
Star Wars.
And then Toombs is going to give us his game talk and the return of his guide to
Yeah, I'm going to start
gamers.
doing the guide every other week just to keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh, you know,
Yeah.
updated and new. Then we have our trailer talk segment that we're going to be starting doing every week, where we talk about some trailers that have been swirling around the world. And then we're going to end the night, of course, with our Geekly Desires.
Womp, womp, womp.
Meow. So, so kicking it off, let's get into some comic talk. James?
Comic books.
Let's see.
Well, as everyone who knows, Marvel and Sony have had a baby. No, Marvel...
And it's a spider.
It's a boy! Basically, in the world of comic books and movies and all things wonderful that I'm very interested in, Andrew Garfield is no longer Spider-Man. Womp womp. Marvel are looking for a younger actor, but the most interesting part, as I could probably say, is that though Marvel and Sony have come to an agreement of Spider-Man being possibly in the Avengers and in Captain America the Winter Soldier, Sony still retains all creative control.
You mean Civil War?
Yeah, that one.
It's really starting to irritate me. It's really starting to grind on my nogs, you know?
What's that, Toombs?
Sony. And these other companies that have, pieces of what we love.
Yeah.
So just all go back to the
Destiny.
rightful owner, you know? Besides the Lucas thing, I think that's in good hands, but, and I think that's kind of funny what happened to him recently that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, James, I'm sorry.
Yes. So, long story short, no matter what Marvel want to do with Spider-Man, Sony still have final control over everything.
Yeah, which I think is a little crazy. I mean,
For instance, let's make Peter Parker back in high school again for Civil War, when in the comics he was like in his 30s or something like that. Married to MJ and all that wonderful good stuff that got
Are they so delusional that they think they're actually doing something good with the property? You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is I think Andrew Garfield was good, and they were idiots to let him go. And if they wanted an older Spider-Man, they could have still done it. Now, if Spider-Man had gone completely back to Marvel, I could understand that Andrew Garfield not going back, because it would have meant termination of his contract and companies.
Right.
But seeing as Sony still retain all creative control, it's a little bit annoying. It's like
It's probably because the last movie didn't do too well.
I think he was
their fault.
okay. I don't think he was good. I think he was like mediocre.
Well, that's not
He was
that's
a
not
mediocre
Andrew's fault.
Spider-Man.
That's their fault for being such plebs.
He could have been like the like a different Spider-Man in a different Spider-Verse.
I
Not
thought
ours,
McGuire
though.
did it better. I don't really like him as an actor, but I thought he did it better.
It reminds me of a meme. It's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man standing there going, "Hi, I'm Spider-Man."
Yeah.
And then Andrew Garfield's popping in going, "And I'm the Amazing Spider-Man." And he goes, Toby's goes, "Can you talk without moving your hands?" And Andrews just goes, "I could, but I actually chose to act in my movies." It's like,
Oh, Toby.
you and your endless crying faces.
Crying faces?
Have you not seen the amounts of memes on the internet of Tobey Maguire crying?
Yes. And also other ones of him like, you remember in Spider-Man 3 when he...
Emo
like,
Spidey.
Yeah, the emo Spidey. And he was like all like mean and stuff. And there's that one meme where you could just change it to any word you want underneath it. And he's got that like silly, stupid face on. He's
Yeah.
like, ooh. Yeah, that was... I've seen that one a lot too.
Okay.
Moving
Comics. Planet Hulk 1 smashes into the war zone. This is going to be all part of the new Secret Wars thing, which I don't want to get into.
on. Why not?
I don't know. I want to...
Are you scared?
I'm not ready. No, I am ready for it. I'm just more... I want it to all be out there before I start reading it, because with a series like that, I want to just get it on one foul swoop.
Then what's the fun in that, though?
Binge reading.
And how much money do you think they'll make off of that? Come on now.
Yeah.
They're going to stretch it out over as much as they can, you know?
Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner team up in Convergence, Green Lantern, Parallax.
Parallax?
Yeah. You know, Green Lantern's enemy. You know, the big squid thingy from the Ryan Reynolds film.
Yes, I know. I just wanted you to explain it.
I was going to say, you know, big orange fart cloud in the sky, but, you know.
The fart cloud?
Yeah. Like Toombs' thing.
Speaking of fart clouds, how's the song coming, Toombs?
It's coming. It's coming. It's a little slow, but it'll be around eventually. It's not like really a fart cloud. It's like a fart, like spermy type fart. It's like a slither.
So it's
sliver.
It's more like
a sliver of a fart.
Is it a wet fart?
Like say like a fart. Like a fart was the command.
This is the sound.
No, more like. Like instead of coming out as a cloud, like a boof of cloud, it's more like a
Yeah,
like a little
slithery,
sneaky little slither.
And back to comics, away from fart jokes.
It's a creeper, yes. Sorry.
Yeah. Wall crawling, web slinging, warriors crossing to Warzone, Spider-Verse 1. So again, Spider-Verse is got a lot of things linking in. I personally think that Spider-Verse should stay out of Warzone, which is Secret Wars. I don't want that. I don't like it. Stop it. Also, have you seen the redesign for Spider-Woman?
No, I have not.
Not a fan. Not
No.
a fan.
I haven't seen much on Spider-Woman.
Are you familiar with the new Batgirl look?
No. No.
Long story short, the spandex is gone and it looks more practical, and there's no cleavage, there's no this. Yeah, I mean, I know we're not all raunchy bastards, but you kind of read the comics for the view sometimes.
I agree.
Like,
you need some.
Yeah,
You know,
Jessica
eye
Drew's gone
candy.
from like a double D in spandex to being, I want to say, like a C in a jacket.
kind of like your grades.
No,
Sorry.
I did
had
get
to
two
throw it
D's
in
though.
there.
I cry every time. French and chemistry. Seriously, chemistry. I'm disappointed in French. Je n'ai pas parlé le français. That I don't speak French.
Good. So
Okay.
continue.
Oh,
Ba-ding.
I forgot to mute my phone.
That's all right.
I blame Toombs. Sorry, Toombs.
It's okay. I like it.
Comics. Spidey, Inhumans, and Captain America collide in Amazing Spider-Man Special 1. Now, I am waiting for this to come out because I want to pick that up. Anything Spider-Man related, I'm just going to pick it up.
No.
Right. No?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe so.
I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
Oh, dear.
Sorry. Malcolm in the middle. No.
Is
So,
that English?
say
Probably
Malcolm
not.
in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yes, back to the Marvel and Sony deal for Spider-Man. It seems they're looking at Logan Lerman and Dylan O'Brien. I do not like either of them for the role of Peter Parker Spider-Man. I just don't want it.
Considering I don't know what either one of those guys look like.
Faggots.
Well, don't say that. What if we want to have them on the show one day, James? And then they'll come on and be like, I remember you called me a silly name not too long ago.
I'll just go, I didn't think you were going to be good.
I don't even like you, that's why.
My friend doesn't like you either.
Well, you said they want to cast somebody younger,
doesn't
right?
like you.
More like in the teenage range.
Well, yeah, but it's just pointless because why do that again? It's be the third time we've done it. I don't want it again.
Yeah, true.
This is a source of comics, but not really. You're all aware of Constantine, yes?
Yes.
See.
That show may be moving to sci-fi under the name of Hellblazer.
Really?
Why?
No longer the name Constantine?
Maybe. I mean, he'll still be called Constantine in the show, and nothing will change. Just like the name of the show will change to Hellblazer, not Constantine.
And it may go to sci-fi, so it may be saved.
Well, no, it's
In a
getting
weird
saved
way.
anyway. It's just sci-fi
where-
tends to get better ratings. I mean,
don't you think that's where where main like, all right? So the shows that don't make it on like bigger channels, say if you will, go to sci-fi to keep living.
Yeah, but they're just as popular. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I know that they got
Yeah.
cult followings. You know what I'm saying?
You've got
I know that.
Warehouse 13, A Town Called Eureka.
But it just
the
seems to me
100
that
and
Sci-Fi Channel has shows on that really wouldn't do well on other
Elsewhere.
channels. You know what I'm saying?
Is Defiance sci-fi?
I
The show Defiance?
think
That's a good
so.
show. With the
I
weird
don't
white people.
know.
I haven't
Never seen it. Albino people.
Somebody hold me.
So wait, James. Constantine is definitely going to live on. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's
From
not
what I've
good.
heard, and I'll be watching it as soon as we finish here.
So if
the
it
next
flunkies, we could all blame James.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Toombs.
you can send all your hate mail to geekblast1@gmail.com,
Yes. For when it,
Or my own personal email, which is
and then I'll forward them to James.
That's if it does get canceled, people. Everything gets forwarded to James. Okay.
All right.
Ooh. Sadly, I have not got any other news because everything's just been flooded with Spider-Man. Not complaining, but yeah, it's so sad. Well, not really. Everything's just Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yay.
Yeah.
It's like a dream come true.
Yeah, I haven't seen much other stuff myself on any comic stuff going on.
Oh, and other comic new, a bit of like sort of comic related. A new comic book store has been opened up in my town near where the old one used to be.
Same
and
spot?
that's now going to be no, it's like around the corner.
Okay.
And it is going to be my new home.
Yeah,
I shall live there.
You're going to try to get a job there? Become that
Hopefully.
comic shop geek?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Try and do a show from the shop.
That'd be cool. All right, cool, man. Well, we gotta start making some more jingles, man. We gotta get some jingles.
Oh.
But
I mean, I can make some stupid sounds, like, yeah!
no, I got that stupid sound right here. Here we go. And oh wait, where'd it go? I just put you in there.
Oh dear.
It said James's stupid sound. Oh, there it is.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
identical.
It is, isn't it?
Totally identical. Yeah.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Okay.
And I say yes.
All right, so let's get over to Facebook. Let's see what all the Facebook drama is about this week. So, first off, I want to talk about the Expo 9 that we're going to be going to in March. You guys could check out this Facebook page. You could just type in Expo 9 on your search bar there in Facebook, and like the page. Invite your friends if you're in Jersey. Try to make it out there. This guy's got everything going on at this convention, from martial arts to comic books to zombies, MMA fights, cosplay, award dinners, movie stars, and hundreds of demos. March 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's going to be 1444 Route 73 North, Pennsauken, New Jersey.
Does it have interspecies erotica?
I don't think this year they're
Said
having
it has
that.
everything, man.
Why the hell not?
But maybe next year.
Where's a man and his donkey supposed to go?
The Donkey Kong.
When's that?
I don't know.
And where the hell is Pennsauken?
Pennsauken.
Where is it?
It's in New Jersey.
I know Jersey, but I've never been to
It's
Pennsauken.
like Cherry Hill area.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the left.
Is it on the left?
But you can catch Geek Blast there. We're gonna have Dr. Essex over there. We're gonna have a table set up, and we're gonna be selling some cool toys, courtesy of Dr. Essex.
And you can just sit a picture of me on a sack of potatoes. It's the exact same.
And if you want to talk to James live via Skype, we will be able to do that as well, and you'll be able to see his beautiful face via Skype. Also, we're going to see if we can get some comic books to sell there as well. And, so we'll be there. You'll see the banner. It'll say Geek Blast. You won't be able to miss it. So that's Expo 9.
Now,
March
will this banner
27th
be
to the
made in
29th.
crown or magic marker?
Thinking
Crown?
pen and paper.
Pen and paper? Just pen and paper?
No. It's going to be professionally made, Toombs.
Really?
Professionals.
All right.
So invite your friends. Let's get the page up going there. We had Sifu on not too long ago on the show.
Seafood?
Feel bad for them, yeah.
No, Sifu. That was his name. The guy who runs this whole thing, Sifu Cliff.
Oh, yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah.
So we had him on not too long ago to talk about Expo 9. So check it out and be there. We will be. So let's continue on, and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on Facebook. So there's a lot of stuff going on Facebook about TGIF. Today's Friday the 13th, yada, yada, yada. Dr. Essex posts the picture of, is that his mother or somebody who?
Yeah, it's his mother.
It's Jason
He's
Voorhees'
hugging
mother.
his mother, yeah.
He's hugging his mother there. TGIF in all blood. Eek.
Oh,
Oh? Did you have something to say?
Spider-Man news.
You just missed that
I know.
segment. Well, we'll save it for a little while.
Yeah, where were you, dude?
Where you been,
We
huh?
had that segment
Well,
already.
I read the prompt.
Prompt reading.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dr. Essex also posts, there's a tease of Ryan Reynolds in his, well, not in his Deadpool gear, but standing next to it. And supposedly they started to film that.
Did they?
Animation.
It's going to be filmed on an iPhone, and the sound effects will be done with a potato and a spoon.
Yeah, it's going to be the lowest budget movie ever.
It'll have an explosion and just Ryan Reynolds going...
You kidding me? A saw blade is critical in any movie.
Especially Saw.
Now here's something that really sparked my interest this week. There was an article we posted on the Facebook page, and it was from Fightland, exploring fight culture and around the world. But these guys posted this thing about the Power Glove. Now, Toombs, remember this Power Glove?
Of course
man?
I do. Of course. I never had one because it was like freaking a lot of money for something that didn't do much besides...
Play with like four different games, I think it was. But supposedly this guy... now, if you guys remember, the Power Glove was released in 1989, I believe. And, it interacted with the Nintendo system, the original. And
I mean, you could try to use it with like Punch Out. There's a couple other games that it worked with, but it didn't.
Punch Out, the 1984 game, I think it was, where you flew the plane.
What?
Where you flew the plane.
What game?
Where you flew the plane.
What was the game called?
1984.
Oh, 1984.
19 something or other. But anyway, so this particular article goes on to talk about the significance of the glove and like how it was way before its time and stuff like that. But down at the bottom of the article, this is where it kind of sparked my interest. This guy who is an animator, he refashioned the Power Glove to basically fit his job and help him with his work. And he was an animator. So he basically went through and redid it. And if you guys check out the article, there's a YouTube video on this guy here. And he basically, like I said, he made it into like a Bluetooth keyboard where he could control his animation like wirelessly, remotely. And you got to check out the article. And this guy basically made something that's been in. I mean, God, this thing hasn't been around forever, but he kind of like refashioned it and brought it back to life. Mm-hmm. So kudos to you. So that sparked my interest.
Wow.
The Power Glove.
Imagine what you could do with a light bright.
Imagine what you could refashion with a lot of different things that are gone, and gone. Also this week, we had The Walking Dead. Did you watch it, Toombs?
Yeah, I watched it.
The Walking Dead. What did you think of the episode?
It felt different.
It did feel different, right?
Yeah, the whole thing going on with Tyrese, man, was very. It was different from other episodes. Like
yeah.
The way.
I mean, and this is the God's honest truth. I didn't watch it until Monday night.
Yeah.
And first couple of scenes, and of course Facebook kind of was like, somebody dies, you know. And as soon as it aired, and I started watching it, and it shows like the two young kids in the picture.
Right.
As soon as I don't know what it was in my mind that clicked, but I knew who it was as soon as I saw it. And I don't know why I put the two and two together, and I said it out loud. I was to my girl. I was like, so and so is going to be the one that dies. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it was. And I was like, damn, I'm good.
Well, the show kind of led you to believe, like in the beginning, it's showing somebody being buried, and
right.
When I first saw it, I thought, okay, that's Beth being buried.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then it totally twisted it, where it was in fact actually Tyrese. And it had nothing to do with Beth. Yeah, who cares?
So is Carl still not
anybody
dead
who's
then?
a Walking Dead fan has seen it.
You ruined it.
So
yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, then you shouldn't.
You're
be
not a
watching
true
it.
fan, and you should be shot.
So is Carl not dead then yet?
Carl is not dead. No.
So the fan base is still not getting that.
No.
No, it's not happening.
And neither are you.
But just the way that the show is directed, and the way that some of Tyrese's situations where he was getting like flashbacks and stuff with other characters, it just felt very different from other episodes.
Yeah.
Just the way it was shot. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, and I thought it was a good episode. You know,
Yeah,
it was
bad.
good.
It wasn't bad.
It was a good return, I guess you could say.
It was kind of cool when they went to the little blocked off area of what's his name's.
I don't know his name just yet.
Yeah, I don't know his name either, but
He was that guy on that show. Everybody Hates Chris. Chris Rock. You remember that show?
Is that what he was from?
Yeah, he was on that show.
But what do you think about the whole zombie thing? Like, you got these something obviously attacked the town, and it was enormous. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, it cut all these zombies in half. So all you saw was their lower amenities.
Yeah, and then all the torsos were in the back of that truck.
In the back of a truck that was like a little distant away from the camp, the town. You know, so I don't know what they're gonna.
Yeah, that whole spin. Who knows? Like what
Yeah,
what's
what
really
that was
going
that did
on.
that. I think it was some kind of vehicle that had these low-lying blades that chopped all the zombies in half as it went
Right.
by. You know what I mean? Some kind of massive tank type vehicle.
I have a question.
And we
How
have
long
the
can it
answers.
be? How many zombies can they put in the show before they either A, run out of extras and make up combinations, or B, until it no longer makes sense to be that many zombies?
Never, because the world is zombies.
Yeah, you could just reuse the same people and make them look different.
Yeah.
Put a little wig here, a little wig there.
It's the movie magic.
Put a little
Yeah.
fuzz here, you know. You look completely different. An upside down mustache, you know, and you're good.
You'd be amazed.
Clark Kent got glasses. Where did the zombie
Exactly. Nobody will know. Nobody will realize that zombie was in a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
go? Yeah, it's like, I mean, they've got to be making at least a little bit of a dent in the zombie population.
A little bit. You'd think just a smidgen.
Well, now that Rick's rocking a beard, right? He's rocking a big,
yeah, it's
kind
kind
of
of
shaved
scary.
in a wild beard.
Kind of scary.
So he's looking good and dirty.
They all look dirty.
Everyone's like really down and out at this point, you know. 'cause
Yeah,
they
they're,
just
they're
lost
bummed,
their
man.
fucking-
They have
their
nowhere to
good guy.
go. They're trying to find a way to live, you know, to move on and start a new life. But
But now they're on their way to Washington again.
yeah,
So hopefully things work out. So we'll see next week
they're having
or
a
on
hard,
Sunday.
They're having a hard time getting that extra enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Well,
because they keep getting beaten down.
Well, they just
everywhere
lost the big dog too. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
an animal.
But it was back to back because you figure
Yep.
Beth just died too.
Yep,
you know?
yep. So and just going along on the shows for the same night. Did you see Sal? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched it. It was a two-parter.
I didn't see the second part, but I did see the
did.
first part.
It was
It was
good.
okay. I mean, I think the beginning was really good.
The first one was okay. The second one was better, I felt.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it aired the very next day.
Yeah.
Monday.
Okay, yeah. I didn't see the second episode.
Do you want me to tell you everything that happened?
I don't really care. I'm good for spoiler alerts. I don't really damn.
It was good. I mean, you saw how he got pulled into that Spanish guy's house?
Yeah, well, that's the guy that-
Tucon, or whatever the heck his name was from
Tuco.
Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Tuco.
Tuco.
For those of you who haven't
Well, you
seen
know,
it, they've been reusing a lot of the characters.
I was about to say that. You know, just from seeing the characters that are in the show so far,
Yeah.
you know that most of the characters from Breaking Bad are going to be on this show now. I mean,
I
that's
think
just-
a lot of the side guys, none of the,
The side
main,
guys, yeah.
none of the main dudes. Like, you're not going to see Walter White unless it's like a small cameo or Jesse Pinkman. You know what I mean? But
or a passing by kind of thing.
they,
You know,
yeah,
that would
maybe.
be cool.
Something
Because obviously
small.
it's in the past.
They
It's
might
a
do.
prequel.
They might do it eventually. But they had the bald-headed guy, Mike.
Yep.
He was the guy who was at the booth.
Yeah.
Who collects your
Wanted
money
ticket.
after you leave the law house or whatever, the courthouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty good. A lot of mayhem happened in that second episode. You know, with the twins that he was using
Yeah.
for the con that he's trying to
Right.
run.
Right.
Yeah, he saves their lives just by being a great con artist.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. I'm not going to tell you too much about it.
Yeah, so continuing on Facebook, what's on here? Obviously we've posted about Spider-Man and his return to the Marvel world of cinema.
Spider-Man.
One of the things that Dr. Essex posted was all of this year's Oscar-nominated movies, and they were given a cartoon makeover.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that, Tim?
Yep.
The first one was American Sniper, the most lethal sniper in the U.S. history, and that's the movie poster there with him with the American flag. And then next to it, you have the Canadian mercenary, the most lethal mercenary in the U.S. history, which is Deadpool.
Is he Canadian?
I guess, yeah, I thought so.
He is indeed. He aspires to be Wolverine.
Right. So, and then they got Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal, and inside that it's Chicken Fighter with Peter Griffin.
Which, did you ever see that? Did you ever see Nightcrawler?
No, actually, I heard
Wasn't
some really
bad.
good things about
It
it.
wasn't bad.
Did you? Birdman, and they're comparing it to Quailman from Doug.
Which I
With the
finally saw
cartoon
that.
Doug.
A couple days ago, I saw Birdman.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good,
good.
but artsy-fartsy. If you went in expecting a superhero film, you were sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go in expecting a superhero film. I mean, come
Absolutely.
on, it's Michael Keaton, aged, and I expected it to be kind of artsy-fartsy, but it was still well-written.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I want to tell you guys about before we do the movie quote,
Yeah.
this thing had me in awe, okay? And Brave Robotics is the company that makes this 1/12 scale transformed robot. And if you want to see the thing transform, it's legit. I mean, Transformers live. They're just not talking to us yet or anything, but they will. So check out the video. You'll be amazed as well. I was floored when I saw it. James and I were like, "What?"
And then we saw a slightly more awful version.
Yeah, and both of us were like, "Nah, that's not it." So check out that. Check out our Facebook page. Give it a like. Follow us on Twitter. And,
You will never feel safe doing things in the house in front of your radio or anything like that ever again.
All right, so moving on to the movie quote. 201-580-3712 is the number. Give us a call. Win yourself a JediNet Academy T-shirt from jkgear.com, and you'll get your own choice of T-shirt. I mean, there is over 80 pages of something to choose from with 25 shirts per page. I mean, you got a cornucopia of geek to choose from. So give us a call, 201-580-3712. The theme is comic book movies. So here we go. I'm going to play this for you guys, and good luck.
Hello, Dr. Ritter. Good to see me again. This is a little device I've been playing. I hope for your sake it's working well. I have the diamond and a friend of Mr. Grimm. Oh, by the way, that laser you saw, it's finished now. Allow me to demonstrate its purpose. You have 12 hours to surrender yourselves to me, or I'll wipe out New York City. Have a nice night.
All right, so 201-580-3712 is the number to give us a call and guess it up. Toombs, do you have any idea? Don't say it, but yes.
No. Is it really anything that good, though? Because I thought I've seen every decent comic book movie. I mean, and I don't know what it is, so...
All right, well, you do have to give me the year of this movie. So, because there is a little hint in the quote itself to give away the actual movie. So, but...
Can you tell the audience whether it's a good movie or not?
I can't.
You can't? Okay, fine. Fine.
Yeah. Because, in my opinion, yeah, you don't want to know my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, so give us a call, 201-580-3712, for your chance for a T-shirt from JediNet Academy. So, let's get into our Star Wars news. And I got to start making these little jingles, man. I got to get these jingles up. But anyway, some rumor, it's just a rumor right now, but supposedly it's the talk of the internet, and Mel Brooks wants to bring back Spaceballs, a sequel, The Search for More Money.
Oh, no. I'm kind of scared, but...
I would be excited to watch it. I mean, you know, obviously John Candy's not going to be in it, or Joan Rivers. But, you know, we can get...
I thought is Mel Brooks still even alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
Really? I thought he was gone by now. Sheesh.
Nope. So there's news about that. Personally, I would love to see it. I mean, just because of just because it's Spaceballs. I mean, what do you think?
But now, Mike, if it's a complete flop, you don't think it's going to go and tarnish the original?
Of course, but
I hate
I don't know about tarnish the original because it's a classic. I mean, it can't tarnish the original. It can't.
I always feel that at least even if it's slight, there's always a slight little something that happens to the original film when a sequel comes out and it's a bomb.
I don't know. I don't really agree with that just because of the fact.
Well, when somebody says Indiana Jones to me now I have a image of these annoying spiders, chasing after these annoying CG spiders.
Weren't they ants?
Even worse, ants. Damn it! It was even worse than that. I forgot.
They were ants.
So you don't think of the big elongated skulls and the skeletons all turn into each other, and then the big flying saucer?
And I say yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed, James.
No, I don't think of that at all. When I think Indiana Jones, I think of the ball chasing him, the big rock chasing him in Temple of Doom.
Yeah, but there isn't a small percentage of the crap that seeps into your brain. You don't think of the crap; you just block it out totally.
I just block it out. I think.
All right, well,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Give you credit then, because I can't do that.
Don't get me wrong. Some aspects of that movie I did enjoy. The part where they were jumping between the cars and that was all
horrible.
It was horrible.
So bad. How could you catch it? He was swinging on vines
I know.
and caught up to a moving vehicle with monkeys following him. Come on,
It's
man.
movie magic, bro.
It was bad. It started off okay. And then it just got very bad quick.
As far as I'm concerned, there's only 3 Indiana Jones films.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. The other ones are okay. They were nice to look at.
So, in your opinion, go ahead and make flops. It doesn't hurt you.
You only have one chance, right? And you might as well do it while you're alive. Do it, Mel Brooks. Do it. So moving on here, in Japan, there was an army crafted a huge Star Wars sculpture. I don't know if you guys seen this thing on Facebook or not, but it basically had some stormtroopers and Darth Vader. I don't know. These guys just really outdid themselves with this sculpture.
Army did that? That's very strange. I didn't even think the Japanese liked Star Wars.
I don't know. But that's just...
interesting.
Yeah. So, with all the snowfall, I'm sure we all could sculpt some cool Star Wars things. So get out there and sculpt away. Also, there's... on JKA... gear.com you can find this little interview with Mark Hamill. He's done the voice of Joker. He obviously was Luke Skywalker. So check that out on jkagear.com. And
Mike, may I ask, what is the missing elevator scene with Darth Vader and Luke? What is it?
It's a missing elevator scene where they were on the elevator together.
Was there music in the background? Like elevator music? Like, doo, 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 doo.
No, it was the Empire song.
Was it?
That's what the song was on the elevator.
Did they say anything to each other?
And then Vader turns to Luke and said, "This is our song."
So, really?
No, not really.
But was that ever put into the movie? Put back into the movie? Like any of the versions?
I don't think so.
No?
No, and that's why it's the
missing elevator
scene. So.
Okay.
Also, JK has that story on there as well. They got a story here about the real Jabba the Hutt, so please stand up and give that a read. Also, hot Star Wars girls, you can catch them on jkagear.com. There are some pretty sweet chicks out there that love Star Wars, and we love you. So check out jkgear.com for all the latest in news and inappropriate ways of using the Force.
But you do know there is something we have to talk about by the end of the show, and I really don't want to talk about it, but we have to.
You're just springing this on me, but okay. What?
Yeah, it suddenly just hit me. We have to. We just can't. We can't avoid it.
Spider-Man?
No, it's a certain film that came out today in England.
Oh well,
it took the internet by storm, and personally, I'm not a fan.
The Interview?
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, please. I don't got to talk about that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I never read the book. I don't watch chick flicks. And hopefully you don't either.
Well, from what I've heard, it's that it's more 50 Shades of Abuse.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. You know, if you're into the S&M kind of thing.
Yeah, just watching it, I saw a thing where Graham Norton had a life-size cake version of the guy who played Christian Grey made.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
Also, there's a Star Wars swimsuit edition. You want to check that out. Some hot chicks on there. Star Wars and hot chicks go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Do they?
Yes.
What about, what's that marshmallow stuff?
Fluff.
Does it mix like that, too?
Fluff doesn't mix well with anything but, like, cream cheese.
What?
Oh, yeah. Cream cheese and fluff is the best
preposterous.
thing.
Really?
Try it out, man. Don't not
No.
try it.
Cheese and marshmallow?
Cream cheese
Oh.
and fluff.
Yeah, but it's marshmallow.
I know.
Marshmallow does not go with cheese.
Fluff is a whole different animal, bro.
From a marshmallow?
It's different than a marshmallow. It's creamy and fluffy.
Okay. Alrighty then. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here on Geek Blast first.
Yep.
Cream cheese and fluff. Put it together. Use a chip.
Yeah.
Preferably a Tostito.
A Tostito.
Wow.
You Americans must teach me your ways.
I'm just perplexed, James. I don't know about this either, so I think it's just Cracker Barrel ways.
It's Cracker Barrel ways. That's what it is, Toombs. So lastly, talking on Star Wars here, if you're into speed dating, there's a funny video on jkgear.com. It's Star Wars speed dating. It's all these people going through, I guess, they're like dressed up as Star Wars characters, but it's speed dating. So if you like dating and you like Star Wars and you want to speed date, check out the video. It's pretty funny. So that's it for Star Wars news. And Toombs, we got some game stuff. I mean,
yeah, I don't have a whole lot this week, sir, but
okay.
I do have some stuff. The game Evolve was released this week.
Oh, and just for the record, talk to Chris Terry. Mm-hmm. He's been not playing Destiny. All of the people that he was playing with Destiny, they're all gone. Nobody plays Destiny anymore.
I told you this was going to happen.
Oh, I know.
So what are they playing now?
He's on Dragon Age. That's what he's playing.
Okay. So most of the people he was playing Destiny with, though, have stopped, though.
Yeah, they all went to Dragon Age.
Until the DLC comes out. The DLC will be out in March, like I told everybody, and I think that'll bring back some of the guys, including myself. I put it down for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
You know. So Evolve released February 10th, which was this Tuesday. PS4, Xbox One, or Xbone, as we all like to call it. Mm-hmm. PC. Developer Turtlehead Studios. And, so it released on Tuesday. I'm not hugely interested in it, but as far as I know, it's strictly multiplayer. You got 4-player human versus monster multiplayer. Mm-hmm. It holds a very simple premise. I mean, you kill as a human team or you kill as a monster. You know, you can have up to 4 people on your team. There's 3 monsters to pick from off the bat. Monster progress goes in 3 stages, depending on what you eat. I guess you could eat animals or whatever and progress your monster to get tougher and tougher. And the tougher you get as a monster, the harder you're going to be able to be to kill as a human. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah, you get different powers as you evolve. You know, I guess hence the name Evolve. So yeah, you nourish yourself to get stronger. You can be a Goliath, a Kraken, or a Wraith. All have different powers. The Goliath, I think, is the first monster that you start as, and then you unlock the other 2 as you progress. I believe one flies. Not sure which one. It may be the Wraith that flies. Kraken has lightning-type abilities, and the Goliath, I think, is just like a powerhouse. They have Also, you could do other things besides just attack. You could climb, sneak, sniff, and squirt.
Ooh, squirts.
Squirt.
Yes.
I love that's what we all picked
I
up on.
think you overestimate their chances.
I'm not sure. I know you could definitely climb, sneak, and sniff. Squirting, I'm not sure if that's...
That's to be unlocked.
It's an urban myth.
Now, a lot of
It's
critics
messy.
have given it a negative on the progression system. I like that. I like having things to unlock. I don't just like having
absolutely.
everything thrown at me at first, you know?
Or, if you buy this, you get this. Destiny.
Yeah, that's also annoying, and there is some of that in Evolve. I know there will be, because you're going to have to buy extra monsters and extra hunters later on, stuff like that. But there still is a progression system, which has been with video games since the days of time have started. You need to unlock stuff. So why people feel they need to be, spoon-fed everything, right off the bat is beyond me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like having everything right there. Right.
Achievements are great.
Yeah. I like having stuff to unlock. So there's more than just one person complaining about this, and I really don't get that. I don't see the I don't see the what's it called in that, There's
You don't see the stupidity?
There's no challenge in that. Yeah, I see the stupidity in it, but there's no challenge in that, having everything, fed to you. So I like that it'll be unlocked, and now that'll probably be changed if there's a sequel. They'll hear that, and then they're going to be like, oh, let's just give them everything right off the bat. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. I don't even know if I'm going to play the game, and if I do, I'll probably play it for a couple hours, and then it's not something I can really play for hours and hours and hours on end. I'm not that big into multiplayer, number one. And I tried Titanfall, and it seems like this is kind of like that,
Okay.
So, if you're into that kind of thing, hey, I wish you well.
To each his own.
I wish you well, sir. As far as the environments go, the graphics, I hear it's it's all very well done. IGN, they gave it a 9. They also gave Titanfall a 9, which I would have given it actually a lot less. But most other critics gave it kind of in the 8 range. So IGN was a little generous, in this with this game. So that's it for Evolve. February 20th, the order will be out. I'm much more excited for this game, although I'm hearing some negatives on this already, that the campaign may only be 4 to 5 hours. There have been some completions already with early copies of the game, and it's showing with the trophy ratings and everything that people have completed the game in 4 to 5 hours. That's freaking scary. The game's been in development for years. Yeah. I mean, for how this game is supposed to wow and be so compelling, I can't see that in 4 to 5 hours. That's for $60? No, man. I don't care if it's got the most beautiful, graphics and everything on the face of the earth. You can't justify 4 to 5 hours.
What's the extras on it? Do we know?
Not really. I'm not sure what's in the multiplayer besides just having a guy join you. The first Gears of War, compared to Gears of War, you get, you played that with me.
Yeah.
It was third-person action game. Mm-hmm. Gears of War can take 5 hours. We probably took about 7-8 hours on that first game. So I guess if you just blaze right through it, you could do it in 5 hours. But
blaze it?
I don't know, man. I might want to blaze it. Who
knows?
Yeah, who knows? It depends on what type of game. If there's a lot of unlockables and stuff,
roll it up and smoke it. Yeah.
But from what people, from what people are showing, it's not very promising. I don't know. For a game of that magnitude and for that long development, I would think it should at least be, a 20-hour game.
Our cruisers can't repel firepower of that magnitude.
Exactly. It's just what's expected these days from a killer game like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless the graphics are just so
mind-blowing,
but farting awesome.
I'm already hearing, actually I know for a fact that because of the graphic capabilities, the game has those freaking black borders.
Okay.
I told you in the past I was very unhappy with that one horror game that I played. What the hell was it called?
Yeah.
So many
Into the Darkness?
Evil Within.
Evil Within.
It had those black borders because there was issues with lag and jaggy, whatever. It was just a lot of jagged up slow time. So I guess because of the graphics and the order, things had to be sped up, so they put those black borders to squish the screen down, and I don't like that. You know,
No squishy screen.
no squishy screen, man. Because in The Evil Within, it hindered my vision. When I'd look up or look down, you know, it was hard to see things. You know, you really had to kind of move the camera all over the place to get a good view of the screen. You know, so yeah, I'm probably looking forward more to February 24th, which will be The Witcher Wild Hunt. If any of you have ever played the Witcher games, they're freaking awesome. James, have you ever played Witcher?
No.
It's phenomenal. Great action RPG game. So that'll be out on the 24th. That's been in development for probably 3 to 4 years now, and I played the second one a couple years ago, and it was freaking awesome. So if you have a 360, James, play Witcher 2, man. It's great. It was exclusive on 360, actually.
I shall go and get that.
Try, man, because it'll probably
Family game I can play.
it'll probably be like $10-15 now. You know, it's not going to be much. There's been news on Mass Effect 4. It's definitely in the works, and it looks like it will definitely have multiplayer this time around, but it's still probably 2 years away. So,
Ooh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, did you play the Mass Effect games?
I played the first one.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Second one is phenomenal, and then the third one is pretty good.
So it only got better and better.
Well, it got better and then good. You know what I mean? But the first one was definitely, it's not even the same category as the second and third one.
Okay.
So take your time, BioWare. The more time you take, the better game we're going to have. You know, so I have full confidence in BioWare. You know, Dragon Age has been good so far, which I've actually gone back to myself, you know, since I put down Destiny.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else we got? Dying Light got a lot of praise because of its graffiti. A lot of people are starting to realize that the graffiti in the game is like really legit and actually really cool. I don't know. Now I want to put the game on and start looking at all like the billboards and like supposedly they put a lot of attention to like the
details,
art and like the
details.
graffiti, the writing. You know, it's like all different and all like really artsy fartsy. So I don't know, but a lot of people are realizing it. Myself, you know, included. No, I have no idea. So now I need to
Gotta go look.
gotta go check that out, man.
Gotta catch them all.
So now it is time for
This is Tombsy's tantalizing, deep twisting travel guide.
a little date, August 23rd, which is just awesome because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
There was a precious little game released in 2001 called Devil May Cry. I'm surprised I've never, actually brought this one up on the travel guide. That's why I had to confirm with Mike that I never did before.
Yeah, I don't think you have. And if we have, then
I would remember doing the music segment.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I haven't because it's definitely hands down one of my favorites of all time. Me and Mike spent hours on end, playing that when it came out.
Killing it.
You remember that clearly, right?
Oh,
Mike?
yeah.
It was a hard game, man. I mean, it took us probably 15 to 20 hours to clear it. For now, I would say definitely don't try to get your hands on the PlayStation 2 copy because it's so much better in HD to get it on the PS3 or 360 copy. $19.99, you not only get the first game, but you get the second and third game, too.
That's not bad.
20 beans, man. 20 beans, you get the 3 games, and it's probably 60 hours of gameplay, You may want to just skip over Devil May Cry 2 because it's the weakest out of the 3, but...
It's the weakest link.
Yeah, but 1 and 3, so worth it, man. So worth it. Yeah, so that's pretty much games, man, this week. Not a whole lot, but hopefully I'll have more for you next week.
All right, great. So let's get into the next segment as the show comes along here. Trailer talk. We're going to be talking about some trailers.
Yes.
There's a couple movies that have... The trailers have been out.
Now, you've seen the ones they're knocking down in Hazlitt, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're
demolishing.
Very upsetting, I mean, most trailers I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, but Mike apparently has some good ones here.
Yeah. So, first one we're going to talk about is the Mad Max trailer. Now, this thing came out not too long ago. Maybe, there was some teasers in the summer and stuff like that. But
it's also a game in the works.
Also a game in the works, yes.
Yep.
But it brings you back to the Mad Max world. I mean, it's called Night Fury? Fury Road, I'm sorry. Fury Road. Mad Max good. Fury Road.
I mean, as long as you got those dusty roads and those vehicles, man, I mean, how can you go wrong?
I mean all the vehicles look like,
look good.
Just they just bring it back to it. It looks
Yeah.
good, but like I always say, trailers look better when they're trailers. You know,
You don't know that
you
may
don't
be
know
the
they're
whole
actually
movie.
movie's gonna suck.
That might be the whole movie.
Exactly.
In a
Sometimes the
handbasket.
trailers, you watch the trailer and you've already seen the whole freaking movie.
Seen
I
that
hate
happen
when that happens.
one too many times. Yeah.
But there's a new actor playing Mad Max. It's not Mel Gibson. What the hell is his name?
Tom Hardy. Tom
Yes, indeed.
Hardy. And
Tom
who
Hardy.
exactly is he? I have no idea. Who is Tom
He was
Hardy?
in This Means War when the two agents were fighting over the girl.
That doesn't help me. Anything else?
This is war. No.
So he's just some no-name schmeckle.
Well, he's not a no-namer. He's been in a bunch of different things.
Oh, yeah.
That's
But,
fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Every actor's got to start from somewhere.
But they bring the feel back to it too. And then of course your special effects. There's lots of explosions in the trailer.
Bloody messes.
So I'm surprised Michael Bay's not making this film. Lots of explosions.
How do you know he's not?
Because it says it right in there, the credits.
They also showed a bit of gore.
Yeah,
look like
some
it had a gore
bloodshed,
factor.
people getting chopped in half and
Yeah,
stuff
falling
like that.
underneath the vehicles and
Yeah.
getting hacked.
So hopefully it'll be a good ride.
Excuse his pun.
I'm anticipating it. Next movie we're going to move on to is the Ant-Man. Now, there's been some trailers put out for this movie, and Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, I'm sorry, is the Ant-Man. Now,
Which I've never seen him in a serious role before, ever.
I don't know if he's playing serious character though, because this guy's like
I'm sure to an extent he
no,
will.
because the whole story behind Ant-Man.
Was he a comedian? I mean,
No, the
Ant-Man,
ori-
the
The
guy
original
who-
script was done by Edgar Wright, which I think he did. I want to say he did the Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, Edgar Wright did
yeah.
Hot Fuzz Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, so it was originally going to be quite a funny film. And then obviously Edgar Wright walked due to creative differences. And then the other guy took over, who I can't remember. So I think it's got hints of funniness, but it might be serious. And whether that contradicts the continuity, we'll find out. But hopefully it shouldn't take too much away from the story.
I think Michael Douglas's part is going to be the serious part.
God rest his soul.
He's still alive.
Not dead yet.
Sorry.
He's got at least until the end of the film.
He looks like a freaking raisin.
With white hair.
Maybe you should make a song about that next. Old people.
Raisins?
Raisins. Yeah.
And old people.
And raisins.
Oh, and prune juice. All right. So, but yeah, I mean, I thought the
Hilarious,
trailer
actually,
itself
right
looked really good.
Yeah. Ant-Man himself is
Ant-Man, the costume is awesome.
pretty- better than Daredevil and Netflix.
And
His
from what I
pajamas.
understand, I've done some more research on that.
Did you?
That is the original costume that he came out with, and eventually he
That doesn't
does
make it
switch
okay.
to the yellow and black costume.
Oh.
So
Oh, and he became Yellow Jacket when he went back shit insane.
No, it was the one with the pee stains. No, I mean, I kind of like that costume, too.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
you're a fan of it.
So, Ant-Man. I mean, there's a clip of him getting small, riding a fly, which is always a fun endeavor, I'm sure. I wouldn't mind to shrink to the size of.
Have you seen
fly.
what in one of the comics he actually used that power for? He shrunk down and then sat in the girls' bathroom and watched them in the showers.
I mean, that would be your
demand
first
it, so-
thought, but my thought would be shrink that small just so you could rip the crabs out the crack.
All right, so Toombs, you got issues.
I mean, you could sit there under a dingleberry tree. You know what I mean?
But nothing would boot, it seems.
All right, so moving along for trailers, there's a horror flick coming out called The Lazarus Effect, and in essence, this movie, basically, they've created this serum that brings people back from the dead. So they were testing it on animals, and then the one guy lost his wife, and then did it on her, and she came back and became this super psycho telekinesis, being able to move things and stuff like that. So it's a horror flick coming out. So check out the trailer on that one. The Lazarus Effect. Hitman Agent 47.
Explosion.
It's got a kick-ass trailer to it. I mean, It's a lot of action. Obviously, you'd want to see that type of stuff in a Hitman movie. The last one sucked.
Yeah, I didn't like it too much.
But this one looks promising from the trailer.
Which may be the whole movie.
Yeah.
All the action in the movie is in the trailer. Yeah. So that just leaves a shallow, horrible, minute story.
And the next one here is Spectre, but there wasn't any trailer on Spectre. Just some new footage that was released that we got to check out. So check out that footage.
What did the footage show?
Just them in the... James, where was it? The Appalachian?
The Austrian Alps.
The Austrian Alps.
Which leads us to believe that there may be some very cool locations.
They said that was going to be the final battle and the pinnacle point in the story.
And we know the Bond movies, they have a lot to do location.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do terrorists.
Yes, it's all about the location.
So that's been our trailer talk.
One last trailer.
What? Which one?
It's just going out for you guys. Kingsman.
That's not a trailer. It's a movie now.
Yeah, but Kingsman was a trailer.
And it was at one time. We're talking about trailers that haven't become movies just yet. But if you want to tell us about Kingsman, please do.
Is Kingsman out yet?
Yes.
Yeah, it comes out for you guys tomorrow. Came out for me on the 29th of January, and I love it. It's fantastic.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
He loves it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's that good?
My favorite. Yeah, okay, as I put it...
It's better than Bond movies.
Yeah, it redefines the spy genre and makes Bond look outdated.
Wow.
It also brings back some class to it. Because, Bond's good, but he's got a bit sloppy over the years and been desensitized to it, but I think Kingsman brings it all right back.
So I'm gonna go see this movie and actually think it's better than Casino Royale.
Probably. That's what it's got a lot more gadgets and gizmos than pretty much the whole of Bond's had recently.
Really? Well, yeah. Well, they kind of moved away from the gadgets and gizmos.
Yeah, but that's not really what we wanted.
I know. I agree.
That's not what Bond's about. You think of Bond, you think of his gizmos
and his gadgets.
Let me just think. I'm going to count the gizmos very quickly. Yeah. There's at least 8 gizmos that I can think right now.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. All right. Well, check out Kingsman. Comes out tomorrow for us. If you're in the UK, go see it. All right. So moving along, it's time for our Geekly Desires.
As the show winds down, now it's time for our Geekly Desires.
All right. And I will start off this evening with something pretty cool off Amazon, because I recently got Amazon Prime. You can catch all 4 of these things on Amazon. They are Star Wars headphones. The one that I particularly like is the Boba Fett version, and they're green and red. They're $87.99.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Cheaper. The cheap version. They got the Rebel Alliance version, which is $100. They have a Darth Vader Galactic Empire version, which is $99.99, and a Stormtrooper version, which is $129.99. Now, what makes the Stormtrooper version better than the Boba Fett version? I have no idea. They all look the same. And I actually seen these things up close and personal at the NYCC. And I was drooling over all of them profusely. As for now, I would say my pick is the Boba Fett ones, just because I'm a huge Boba Fett fan. So... that has been my Geekly Desire. Who's up?
Corey. I'll go.
Me.
Oh, now you're fighting over it, huh?
Oh, fine. Go ahead, bro.
Go, James.
Okay. Mine is a sort of Geekly Desire. I want to go to Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, basically, in 2024, they'll be sending some humans on a one-way trip to Mars to try and colonize it.
Yes, that is true. I've heard that as well.
Apart from all the people who are going have no interest in love or sexual relationships, they're just all like scientific types.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be one boring ride.
No, I guarantee it becomes a giant orgy in that.
How many girls have you been with? I prefer my work. Right. Get a load of this guy. Me too.
You need those type of people to advance the human race.
It would be like a sitcom.
You may leave the trip feeling that way. I mean, you may start the trip feeling that way, but eventually it's going to become...
So someone's going to jack off in space.
Exactly. It's just going to float forever.
We all float down here.
Could you
get the
imagine?
perfect image for the fart that you want.
That is the perfect image for your fart.
I'd be able to shape my fart if it just floats there. Sculpt it.
All right. Well, so you want a space mission to Mars, huh? It's a hell of a geekly desire. It's going to cost you millions of dollars. You know that, right?
Not if I stow away.
Okay. Make sure it's safe. Tombs, what do you got for us?
I
don't know.
wouldn't mind the collector's edition of The Witcher, which I said is coming out the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a standard edition of the game, official soundtrack, beautiful and detailed map of the in-game world, unique stickers, developer created the Witcher Universe Compendium, a giant 33 by 24, 100% hand-painted polystone figure of Geralt of Rivia battling a griffin.
Sweet.
Yes, very sweet statue. An exclusive collector's-grade Witcher medallion, a one-of-a-kind steel book, a 200-page art book containing breathtaking art from the game cloth map, 2 Gwent card decks, huge outer and inner collector's boxes you can store your Witcher merchandise in. It's a couple $100.
Wow. It's a lot of stuff for $200.
It's a badass collector's edition, and yeah, as you can see, there's a picture of it all right there.
Wow. Oh, that statue's pretty sweet, though.
It is. It's of him killing a griffin.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
That poor griffin.
Yeah, I feel bad for the griffin. I mean, griffins are rare.
That they are.
To kill one, I mean...
They don't even exist anymore.
They don't.
All right. Well, that has been... Nope, wrong one. Sorry. Wah, wah.
And this has been another installment of our Geekly Desires.
Wow, that was ear blasting.
Yeah.
No, James, let me do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that brings a close to our show this evening for yous.
Yep.
For those of you who help us out on Facebook, Mimi, Rabbit, Natty, Dr. Essex, James, myself, Edward Lightfoot, thank you for all of your help. And
Where have you been, Tombs?
And Tombs as well.
Huh? Huh? Thank you. Thank you.
So catch us next week, the same time, same channel. We will be talking about the same stuff. It'll be like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, deja vu suckers.
We're going to leave you off with a little bit of Devil May Cry music from the Travel Guide.
You will all remember this horrible, repetitive rock music. So rocky, poppy, techno music.
So, yeah, and make sure you check out Burnt Film at 2 p.m. on Corrosive Radio every Sunday night. I'm sorry, Sunday afternoon, because 2 o'clock is really the afternoon. So, everybody have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. And happy Friday the 13th. I hope Jason doesn't come and find you in your bed.
Yes.
What if you want him to?
I hope he does, on the other hand.
That machete-do.
That machete-do.
He is
All
not
right.
overcompensating.
Well, you guys have a great evening, and Geek Blast out!
This is Clark Gregg, alias Agent Coulson, and you're listening to Geek Blast.